what the biggest scam is if you're a service provider? Service for service.
When y'all are doing service for service, are y'all literally doing service for service, or are y'all doing it based off of the price? Because there's no way in hell you thought that you was getting a full set of nails for a $50 coochie wax. No, ma'am.
I don't ever do stuff like this, but I have to say something about it right now because this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but I do not believe in service for service. So don't write me asking me to do service for service.
This may be a hot take, but I don't do service for service, and I've been in the beauty industry for the past 7 years.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I do not do service for service.
Hey guys, come do the set with me while I tell you about why I will never ever do service for service again.
As a hairstylist that's been in the game for only a year, here are reasons I don't do service for service trades. No longer.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how service providers are running away from service for service. Have you ever wondered why some hairstylists, nail techs, and beauty professionals are refusing to trade services anymore? For years, service for service was normal in the beauty industry. And if I may, it's still kind of normal, but just that they are running away from it. A hairstylist might do a free wig install for a nail tech, and in return, the nail tech will do their nails. I mean, it sounds like the perfect exchange, right? Both people use their skills, nobody pays any money, and everyone wins. But lately, more beauty professionals are saying they are done with these arrangements. Some say the services are not always equal. Others say people don't always keep to their promises. And some feel like their hard work, products, and time are being treated like they have no value. So the question is service for service a smart business move? Or is it hurting beauty professionals? So in today's video, we're going to be listening to some of these beauty professionals tell us the reason why they are refusing service for service. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
I don't ever do stuff like this, but I have to say something about it right now because this is ridiculous. Me personally, I've never done a service for service. And I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So this girl hits me up to do a service for service. She wants her nails done and she does wigs. So first of all, immediately I already knew that she was already trying to get over because the service that you offer, you know that I'm going to have to come out of pocket regardless. Because unless you have a wig for $100 or whatever the case may be, it's not going to balance out. But that's not a problem. Cool. So she comes, she gets her nails done. Nope, sorry, let me rewind. So she says, okay, she goes on my site and she says she wants a basic French set, right? My site, a basic short French set is $85. The next day she sends me a picture of a completely different set. Matter of fact, I'm going to enter the picture. Hold on. Okay. These is the nails that she sent a picture of and asked if I can do it after we already agreed to the 85 basic Frenchie. Now, anybody who gets their nails done, you see that big old stone, anybody's gonna know that it's gonna be extra, right? Right, okay. Okay, now I'm about to show you the nails. That's the nails that I did on her, right? Cute. Okay, so anyway, fast forward, she's asking me what hairstyle I want for the wig. She's basically telling me, oh, she can't do that style on the closure. It has to be a frontal. Cool. Oh, pause. Mind you, when she sent the picture of those nails and said, can you do it? All I said was absolutely. I didn't say, oh, it's going to cost more. I didn't do this. I didn't say all that. Okay, cool. So now she's telling me that she can't do these hairstyles that I want for the wig. She basically offers another wig that she has, which is a frontal. And I respectfully tell her, no, I don't want the frontal, too much maintenance, whatever. And since she brought up the pricing again to give me the breakdown for the frontal versus the closure, I was like, let me tell her that her nails was actually more than $85 because obviously we didn't do what she originally asked for. So I give her a whole breakdown, whatever. And this is where everything went left. So I gave her the breakdown and it was from $85 went to $100. Only $15 difference. She goes, why didn't I tell her when she sent the picture? If I would have told her it was $100, she wouldn't have got it. Okay, I understand. You're right. Me, that's my fault. I should have said, oh, hey, by the way, just so you know, it's going to be X amount of money instead of what we actually discussed. Cool. And I explained to her why I didn't say anything. But I'm going to finish in part 2. Hold on.
Okay, so she did make a part 2. Let's get right into that.
Okay, this is part 2 about why I really probably am never doing a service for service, because some of these service stylists is just ridiculous. Okay, so like I was saying, I didn't say anything. She said, why I didn't say anything about the price being different when she sent the picture. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. From one service provider to the next, even though we're in 2 different industries, anybody should know if you book one thing and you send a picture completely different, you need to have some type of expectation to pay more than what you originally booked for. Like, no one shouldn't have to say to you, if you book something that is a plain basic set and then you send a picture of something that is not a basic set, 1 + 1 is 2. Like, come on. Okay, so this was my response to her. Y'all can either pause to read it or whatever, but basically I explained to her that as a service provider, I assumed that she would know that there would be a price adjustment, and I apologized and that I should have verified, and I'm like, it's only $15, so I didn't think it would be that much of an issue. It's not like it was $50 or something crazy. Then this is her response. It was just not communicated, assuming I don't know a price for something when I never booked with you as a service provider. When I sent the picture, you should have just said it. Then, hold up. This is where I felt like she was being real funny and got disrespectful. Hold on, let me move. The part right here where she says, I've never paid $100 for a short set, especially being that one of my nails is cracked. Mind you, she can't spell. So I had to ask her, are you saying cracked or crooked? I wish I could really see how she spelled. Y'all could see how she spelled crooked. That's not how you spell crooked, dummy. Like, ugh. Anyway. So at this point, I'm kind of like, hold on, let me move this. So at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, clearly, girl, you going real hard over this $15 because I just apologized. I explained myself. So why are we still discussing this? At the end of the day, you're still getting over $200 from me because I'm getting a whole wig. So you got a whole set of nails and you're getting a free wig. What's the problem? But of course, no, it's an issue. So she's basically making it seem like, no, she's saying again, I'm going to post the second one screenshot. Hold on. Okay, so this was my response to her. Because clearly now she's not reading what I'm saying. Never said I assumed you'll know the price. All I simply stated is that we both know that the picture is more than just basic Frenchies. Therefore, as a service provider, I assumed you should know that. And either way, you're still getting money along with basically free nails. So I'm not sure why it's so much backlash over 15. But as I stated, I apologize. Come back for part 3.
This is becoming something else. Let's quickly get into part 3.
Okay, this is part 3 on why I'm not going to do no service for service no more. Hopefully it's the last part. So let me enter it real quick again, just in case you ain't see it. Okay, so before I go back to the next part that I was just at, I just want to say this. I feel like this is so disrespectful. Please stop telling people how much you pay for stuff. Like, her sitting there telling me she ain't never paid $100 for a short set of nails. Baby, all that's telling me is that this is the best set of fucking nails that you ever had in your damn life. Period. So telling me you ain't never paid $100 for a short set, guess what? That's not my problem. Why are you telling me that? Am I telling you, oh no, I ain't never paid $250 for a wig? No. So who are you to tell me how much you pay? Baby, you messaged me. Don't forget that. You messaged me. So clearly, I'm going to show you what a $100 set of nails look like. And you being petty talking about the finger is crooked. If your nail was crooked, baby, you should have said something immediately. But now you're trying to throw it in as a jab after. So now, honestly, I don't even believe what you're saying. Next. Anyway, back to the second screenshot. Okay. So, yeah. So I apologize, and then I'm asking her because, like I said, she spelled crooked wrong. And she gonna say, oh, it's not so much over 15. It's the principle, but okay. And typo crooked, and what's your cash at? I'm not dumb. I already knew when she said, what's your cash app? She was basically just going to try to say, let me send you money, you know, screw this whole thing. Which is crazy because words to my father, I was about to write her like, you know what? Fuck all this. Just send me my money. You can keep your raggedy wig. Like, I'm not going to deal with this. But I'm like, it don't even need to be like that. It was clearly just a miscommunication. But clearly now this is how she trying to be. It's not so much over 15. If it's not so much over 15, why are we talking about it? I apologize. I acknowledge my wrong. So what more do you want from me? Oh, I know. You're waiting for me to be like, oh, you're right. It's okay. The nails can just stay at 85. No, that's not happening. So anywho. All right, so I basically respond to her and I'm like, okay, I understand the principle, which is exactly why I apologize. And I'm like, sorry about the crooked nail, because anybody who knows, if you're looking at my nails from this view or this angle, when you turn it this way, it might look different. Sorry. But again, you didn't say nothing in the beginning, so now all that just goes out the window. So I don't even give a fuck. So when she's like, oh, I'm gonna just go pay for my nails, what other forms do you accept? And I told her, I'm like, okay, you know what, that's fine. And I'm laughing because I knew she was going to be petty and do this. Like, who cancels somebody's appointment days before Christmas? Days before Christmas, you're being petty. So I'm not surprised that you actually ended up being this type of girl that I knew you was going to be.
All that wasn't necessary. Yes, she was wrong for not telling her, okay, this set is not 85. It's a little bit more than that, you know. But the other lady was being funny. If I'm doing service for service, I expect it to be free. So book what it is you want from me in the same price range that you can do for me. That's basically what I would naturally think service for service. So if you're giving me an $85 nail and you're a hairstylist, you might braid my hair $85. Whichever style it is you offer, that is $85. That's basically what I'll be expecting. But yeah, let's get right into the next.
Hey guys, come do the set with me while I tell you about why I will never ever do service for service again. I feel like enough time has passed for me to be able to tell this story, so let's get into it. So this girl had messaged me to book in for a full set of nails and toes, and this girl is a lash tech, keep that in mind. I did actually know this girl and I had seen her page before, but at the time I never got my lashes done. So anyway, day of her appointment rolls around, I'm doing her nails, I'm doing her toes as I do, and during her appointment she was telling me how she's been looking for a nail tech that would want to swap services with her, but that every single nail tech she's gone to could never get it right and she didn't like any of her nail techs, which red flag number one. I should have known from there. But anyway, you know what, I was down. Like, I was at the time I was doing cluster lashes and I was getting sick of them and I wanted to get my lashes done anyway, so I agreed. So we arranged for her to come in for 2 weeks for her infill and I would go in on the same day to get my lashes done by her. She told me that I would have to follow her new account and send her my inspo on there because she had to make a new account because a girl had an issue with her lashes and was threatening her because she wouldn't give her a refund or something like that. I don't know. Big red flag, but at the time I didn't see anything wrong with it. So the day for us to do the service swap rolls around and she is doing my lashes first and then I'm doing her nails. Now I pull up to her house. Her setup was okay, it was cute, whatever. I lay down, she starts doing my lashes. Now keep in mind guys, this is my first time ever getting any type of lash extensions. I'd only ever done lash clusters before this. Now tell me why I am in so much pain during this lash appointment, like it's not even funny. Guys, I'm so sorry to do this, but you're gonna have to go to part 2.
Let's quickly get into part 2.
Part 2 story time on why I will never do service for service ever again. So as I was saying, while this girl is doing my lashes, I have never been in more pain in my life. This girl was stabbing me with her tweezers literally every 2 seconds. Like, glue was in my eyes, like my head was throbbing, like I just could not wait for this to be over. And guys, the appointment took nearly 4 hours. Gave me the mirror to look at my lashes. Tell me why I had literal caterpillars on my lashes. They were not at all what I asked for. Like, this is what I asked for and this is what I got. And mind you, that's not even when they were fresh. I get my lashes done, I do her nails again. Mind you, I'm driving her back to my nail salon. And we weren't even close like that, but she just wanted me to drive her. And then anyway, so after a few days, like a week, I'm starting to get really irritated. My eyes were irritated, like they were hurting, they were itchy, there was no isolation at all. And so my best friend was going to get her lashes done, obviously by someone else, and I'd asked her to ask her lash tech what she thought about my situation. So my best friend calls me after her lash appointment, right? Tell me why this girl has court cases against her because she's made people blind for doing lashes. Safe to say, I did not go back to her. Also ended up telling me that she couldn't afford my nails anyway, and I blocked her after that. Moral of the story, pay attention to red flag.
That was a huge red flag. When she asked for her to follow her new Instagram page, immediately I knew something was off. Because if you're good at what you do, even if people are dragging you, your main page will still speak volumes for you. In the beauty industry, there's so many hairstylists, there's so many nail techs, there's so many lash techs that individuals have dragged. But that did not affect their business in any way, shape, or form. In most cases, actually. In some cases, it did actually affect their business, but in most cases, it didn't. And they still kept on using their main business accounts, you know? So that was the off points for me immediately.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I do not do service for service. I don't do it because I feel like it's literally never equal. Like, one party is always going to feel like they're giving too much and not getting enough back. Always. Like, they always feel like that. It just makes things so, like, overly complicated. It's like, I would rather just pay to support, like, another small business than, like, trying to, like, do it for free and trying to keep score on, like, who did what when and, like, who needs another service done or whatever. I would literally, like, I would love to support small businesses in Albuquerque, but I'm like, I'll just pay. Like, I'll just pay you. I'll support you by paying you. I do it for lashes, though, because I own a lash salon, and obviously, like, we just do each other's lashes for free. But yeah, I personally do not believe in service for service, at least for me. If it works for somebody else, that's good, but I do not like it. It stresses me out. Like, then it's like, God forbid, like, if you need to reschedule or something comes up, because then it's like, wait, but I did yours last week, and so then like, it's just like, oh my God, like, it puts way too much pressure on me. And honestly, this might sound bad, but like, every time I would do it, I'm like thinking to myself, like, oh my God, like, I do not want to do this service for free, because like, it's still for free, like, you know. So I'm like, oh my God, I'd rather just like pay and then also get money, then I can spend the money on whatever I want. It doesn't have to go towards like a service.
You know, when you think about it, she's right. Because one party would definitely feel like they did more. And honestly, I rather not if I were to be in the beauty industry.
I'm sorry, but I do not believe in service for service. So don't write me asking me to do service for service. Hi guys, my name is Christy. I'm a licensed esthetician located in Harlem, NYC. I do not do service for service at all, like under any circumstances. And when I say service for service, I mean like whether it's with a different service provider. I don't do service for service when it comes to content creators. Like, I service them, they do a video. I don't do that, like, at all. Me personally, I feel like whenever you do service for service, one person is always not satisfied with the outcome, and usually I'm that person. Like, I always get the short end of the stick. I hate it. Like, I don't like it at all. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anybody that does that. That's a good way to network, but me personally, no, hard pass.
I guess we can see why. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's best you just, I mean, go pay for the service you want than an exchange.
This may be a hot take, but I don't do service for service, and I've been in the beauty industry for the past 7 years. There's a couple reasons why I don't do this. I, first of all, never have done this because I could just imagine the issues that could arise. When you do service for service, someone is not getting the equal amount, and it really only benefits one party. Like, it'll be a beginner nail tech asking me to do their lashes, and it's like, I don't think that's equal. I know that it's a service for a service, but I find that the services should be kind of equal value for it to make sense. Another one that I've heard happening to a lot of people is that, let's say, because the service is free, if there's an issue about something, because it's free, you almost really can't say anything. And if you do, they're not going to fix it for you. I would rather know that I'm a paying customer than to try to beg you to fix it. On top of that, it's for lashes. Everyone's retention is different. My retention could be 5 weeks. Their retention could be a week. It's like, that's not fair. Like, you either have to find someone that charges the same as you, has the same work, and you're probably not going to find that because it's so hard to replicate what you do. From what I've heard, I just don't ever do it. I never have, I never will, so don't ask me because I don't do it. I would rather pay you and you pay me and we call it a day. I don't care if I'm just like trading the money back and forth. My business partner, she does nails. I pay for the nail set. She pays for her lash set. Yeah, we're just trading the same money, but I don't care. Because if she has an issue with her lashes, I'm gonna fix it. If I have an issue with my nails, she's gonna fix it. A lot of you lack professionalism and a lot of you lack common sense. You guys think that, oh, well, I did a service for her and we just traded. No, that's not right. So until a lot of you get common sense, I'm just not doing it.
The reasons are actually endless if you actually think about it, you know. And she said something that I agree to. She said, if this person knows that this service for service is free, they won't want to fix it if there's any issue. And honestly, that is not just for service. If a friend is offering to do you something for free, it's still a problem to me because I rather pay for that. Because if that person does that thing for you for free and you have a problem, you won't have the boldness to complain about it because guess what? It was for free. You know, so it's better you pay and then you know that if there's any issue, I have all the rights, all the authority to complain about it.
You want to know what the biggest scam is if you're a service provider? Service for service. Okay? Service for service. There's been too many times that service for service went wrong for me. One time, I did service for service with this caps guy. This nigga took like 3 months to make the caps. Then after 3 months, told me to get my caps remolded. Then he gave it to me. They were too big. My dumbass decided to do it again. No one to blame but me. I didn't get the caps and I didn't get a refund. So service for service makes no sense. Service for service, I was one time I did it with this nail girl. No, it's not you, Amara. I love you. You're the only one that secured me with the service for service thing. But I did service for service with this nail girl and she made me pay more. She's like, okay, well, it's 45, but obviously you got this extra, so I'm gonna have to charge you. Whole time the service I gave her was £90. No one to blame but me for being stupid, but I'm too nice, so don't be like me. Service for service is just too risky unless you know the person.
Sometimes, even if you know the person, that service for service might cause a problem between you both. So be careful.
When y'all are doing service for service, are y'all literally doing service for service or are y'all doing it based off of the price? Because there's no way in hell you thought that you was getting a full set of nails for a $50 coochie wax. No, ma'am.
I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I feel like this thing is simple. If you cannot offer the exchange for the price on the other person's price list, don't do it. Because if you're the nail tech and the waxer tells you, come let me wax you, and the wax is $50 and your nail sets, there's nothing there that is $50 for a set, don't accept it. I feel like if you must do service for service, do it with the person that has the same price list as you. So if the person is offering something with this price list, you're going to take something from the person with that same price list, you know, or price range. I'm mixing it up, but whatever. I know you guys get it. Because come on. Or you can just paint her nails or whatever it is that is $50 that you offer. Maybe you can just do it for her.
As a hairstylist that's been in the game for only a year, here are reasons I don't do service for service trades. No longer. Mind you, I don't just do service for service trades with hairstylists. So when I'm talking about shady people, I'm not just talking about the hairstylist community. But reason number one is I have completely done a service and did not get my service in return and was blocked. Shady shit. That was the first time it had happened to me, so I was like, I'm gonna let it slide. Second reason. I've had people who, you know, we trade our services and then in 2 weeks they're not liking the way their hair is looking. Hair changes. There's at-home care. You may have well water or something like that changes the results of your hair. That is not my fault. That is all home care, and I'm expected to fix it. And that just can't be the case. My clients are well aware of that. Like, they know that they have to come in for toners and refreshes, and they are expected to pay that $45. It's not much. But service for service, sometimes it gets a little confusing and you're expected to fix it. Third reason I don't do service for service trades is I've had not just one, but a couple people have adjusted their prices. Like, they have quoted me something and I can clearly go and look on their page or their story and see that that's not their typical charging price. I just find it a little scamish. They're trying to get a little bit more out of me than, you know, not say what you're worth, but what you're typically charging for. That to me is just unfair. It's a big turn off for me. I will turn down a service for service as soon as I see that. Fourth and final reason is I just like real currency. If we wanted to do a service for service trade, you could come in and pay me for my service, and I could go right back to your shop and pay you for yours. We don't have to do the scamming. We don't. Let's just be honest. Let's just pay money.
I think it's better like when you put it that you guys should just pay money, even if it's $100, $100 each. Nobody will scam anybody. Nobody would ghost anybody. Nobody would blatantly lock up on you.
Come with me as I get the worst service. This is definitely a service for service gone wrong. So the service that she requested was boho knotless, and the service that I was requesting was 4 stitch braids and acrylic toes. She specializes in braids as well in the Phoenix area. So I thought, let's give it a try. And let me start by saying that she did say that she wasn't the best stitch braider. And I told her that was fine. If she couldn't stitch braid, just simply cornrow it, because I thought, who could fuck up cornrows? Let's start with the toes. Like, first of all, I woke up this morning missing a whole fucking toenail, plus the texture, the size, the lumpiness, and just in general was a no. Here's a picture of what I asked for, and then y'all look what I got.
Look at that one. Now look at that one. Anthony. She swooped this out all right. No. So what happened on this side? That must be your bad side. She's fucking around. Your shit white.
I did end up getting the braids redone.
I mean, she told you she wasn't good at stitch braids. Like, let's be real. She actually gave you a warning and you neglected it. But what was happening on the toes? What was going on there? Everything looked like she was just learning how to do this stuff. She was learning how to do nails. She was learning how to braid. And you see, this is where the person feels like they didn't get equal value. But to be honest, even the boho knotless braids, I wasn't really feeling them, to be honest. But I mean, not to put down anybody's work. It's their handwork. But I mean, it is what it is. Now she had to redo her hair. That's just these things with service for service. You never can tell if you're going to love it or hate it. Now, with regards that concern, my advice would be to pay physical cash for it, even if both of you are exchanging the service. Just pay physical cash. If you guys are going to agree on a price, pay the person. When the person comes, the person pays you. Simple. Nobody feels cheated. Nobody feels like the service wasn't equal. Everything is okay. And with that way, if there's an issue, they'll be quick to fix it. But yes, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I actually find it really interesting. There used to be a time service providers took pride in doing service for service, but now they're refusing to partake in that kind of business exchange. And yes, if you've done service for service, let me know your experience in the comment section. Did you like it? Did it go well? Did it not go well? Let me know, okay? And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.